morning, day 4, June 3rd, 2024. Hiking down from the Roan High Knob Shelter to Carver's Gap to eat some breakfast, grab a little coffee. Definitely not a good night's sleep in the shelter. Windy, mice, rain, and pretty full. Not as full as it could be, but it was pretty full in there. My first shelter experience. I'm glad I did it, but it'll probably be my last unless I absolutely need one. Today, into the Roan Highlands. Weather's looking questionable. We'll see what it looks like. Down to Carver's Gap, 2 miles from the shelter. Some snacks that Carrie brought us to charge us up for the day. We're going to grab a group picture, then up into the Roan Highlands. Looks like we're going to have some sun, some clouds, maybe a little bit of weather this afternoon, but 14 miles to the hostel. That's right. On our way into the Roan Highlands. This is definitely one of the most epic portions of the entire Appalachian Trail, especially of this section. And the weather was looking really crummy on the forecast and this morning. But luckily we're having some breaks of sun. So hopefully we'll still get some great views for all the guys that haven't done this yet. And if you'd like to, check out our other Roan Highlands video just when me and Carrie did this section by itself. Made it up to the top of Jane Bald. Probably one of the steeper climbs on this section, but it doesn't last long. We pushed through it, made it all the way to the top without a stop. I'm proud of us. Stopped here at the Stan Murray shelter just for a second. We're going to push on to the site of the old Over Mountain shelter, just another mile or so away. This was a pretty rough looking shelter last time I was here, but it doesn't look too bad now. And there's a water source and a couple of tent spots. So if you need it, if you want to push through the highlands for a camp spot, check it out. While I was walking through the area, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to come to the site of the old Over Mountain shelter, demolished just a few months ago for some reason. It's been closed for a while and needed repairs. Someone saw fit not to repair it. I won't share any more on that, but I'm certainly sad to see it go. It was an icon of the AT, and I hate that I never got to stay in it. Now at Yellow Mountain Gap, just up from the shelter, fixing to start our climb up to Little Hump Mountain. Yellow Mountain Gap is also where the Over Mountain Trail crosses the Appalachian Trail. This follows a historic route that the Over Mountain men during the Revolutionary War took to the Battle of Kings Mountain. If you're into history and the Revolutionary War and don't know anything about that, check it out. Great story. The climb up out of Yellow Mountain Gap was definitely a beast. Got my heart pumping. And out of the like 1,200 feet of gain left on the day, I'm pretty sure that was most of it. And that's where we're going out there. Hump Mountain, that's the last big climb. All downhill to the hostel and some food and drinks, hopefully. All right, Eric, Roan Highlands, what do you think?
10 out of 10. Would kill my legs again for it.
Got some water in us. The sun is coming out, it looks like. Good views. Climbing up Hump Mountain, our last big climb of the day, before dropping down to 19E and the hostel. That's Little Hump right there in front of us. Off in the background, Grassy Ridge Bald, Jane Bald, Round Bald, Roan High Knob, where we stayed last night. And that mountain, prominent mountain off in the far distance, Unica. That was our campsite, night 1. Pack off break in the sun on top of Hump Mountain, just waiting for the rest of the crew to catch up, and then 5.5 miles down to the road. Coming down off of Grassy Ridge Bald. Got another 5.5 miles down. It'll just be another mile, maybe not even that. We'll be dropping back down into the woods. And that is it for the Roan Highlands. Going down into the trees again now. We'll definitely be back. What an awesome day. This area is known as Doll Flats, about 3.3 from the road. This is where you leave the state of North Carolina officially. There's a good couple of camp spots here and a nice water source if you plan on staying here, but most people go ahead and take it all the way down to the road. Almost to the bottom, which means food. We got to the hostel yesterday about 5:30, 6 o'clock, somewhere in there, and we just had so much fun. I forgot to close out yesterday's video. It was another awesome day in the Roan Highlands. It was a long day, and everybody was pretty tired, but we're all in good spirits. This morning, everybody's doing pretty good. Just a few blisters for a few folks, but besides that, we're all ready to rock and roll for day 5. We enjoyed Mountain Harbor Hostel, food, drink, adult beverages, bunks, private bunks, and there's even a bed and breakfast side where you can get an actual room, one which includes a jacuzzi, and then restroom, showers, laundry, general store, the works. So if you're coming through here, give them a try.